Hey everyone, it's Harley Girl 75. Thanks for watching. This particular video that I'm showing is Highway 78, I think. Highway 78 in Apache National Forest in Arizona. We were riding the Coronado Trail, what used to be called the Devil's Highway, and we were camping at the Alpine Divide Campground in Alpine, Arizona. We had just left Clifton. We rode through Morenci, and we had just left Clifton, and this is the start of some spectacular scenery here. Some of the most beautiful scenery on the loop. It took a few hours to ride it. I think we left 9 or 10 o'clock, and we got back at 4:30. Lots of twisties on the Arizona side, for sure. We were actually glad to see some straight roads here because of it's exhausting sometimes when there's twisty after twisty after twisty. It's fun, but it just got a little exhausting. So it was nice to sit back and relax. I was listening to my music here. We occasionally chatted back and forth, but my Cena backpack, I could not get it to sync with my helmet. I got it to work one time on this particular ride, and I gave up. I don't know if it was the altitude or what, but it just stopped working with my helmet. My husband could hear it on his helmet that it was working, but it wasn't working on my helmet, so it was too much for me. I just wanted to enjoy the ride. I already had 2 GoPros, and it was enough for me, enough electronics for me to deal with while I was on this ride. I just wanted to enjoy it, but I also wanted to capture some of this. I mean, if you start through the video, you'll see some pretty amazing views on this route. I would love to go back and do this again. We rode through Morenci, which was really a mess. I mean, we had to actually get an escort to drive us through some construction, which was like the road was dirt and gravel. It wasn't too bad. We were probably a few miles of it, but it wasn't as bad as it looked when we first pulled up to that gate. So it was a beautiful day. Again, we were camping at Alpine Divide Campground in Arizona. We had just arrived the night before. We actually arrived in the dark to the campground and had to set up camp late. Had some supper and then went to bed, got up and ate some breakfast, and there's a few things at that campground that kept us up. We heard a lot of howls, and the people who were camping close to us told us that those were wolves and not coyotes. Well, it didn't sound like a coyote, and it wasn't yipping, so probably wolves. And then there was this cat that was hanging around, so it's kind of scary when we had our headlamps on and we see these 2 green eyes staring at us in the dark. I mean, it's really dark there too, and the only lights there were from our headlamps or our lantern. So turns out it was a domestic cat. It wasn't a wild cat. Not sure. I mean, there was a home a few miles up the road. I don't know why the cat was there. We at first thought the cat was dumped, but the cat disappeared the next day, so hopefully it found its way home and didn't get ate up by the wolves. It was pretty chilly too. It was about, I don't know, I think Alpine's like 8,500 feet above sea level. somewhere around there. It was pretty chilly. The campground didn't have any trash service, so we had to carry our trash out, but we stayed there 2 nights. We did this ride, and then we headed up to the Grand Canyon. But we really had our hearts set on doing this ride here. It was just something I saw some other vloggers had ridden it, like Arizona Dog and some others, and I just wanted to check it out myself. Somewhere I heard that the Devil's Highway was going to be shut down, possibly shut down, and I don't know, for mining or something. I don't know, but that's another reason why I wanted to do it. I didn't know if that was true or not, or that's just some gossip story, so I didn't want to lose my chance to check it out, and I sure hope they don't close it down. It's really a beautiful ride. There's a lot of beauty to see there. As far as the Arizona side, a lot of it reminded me of Talamina Drive here in Oklahoma. The views, and it's pretty amazing views. And then when you got to this point, it looked a little more like a high desert type viewing, and I really like that type of landscape. We had a really good day. The gas stations are few and far between, I will say that, but we stopped when we saw one, and there was a little bit of, after we did this section of the route, there was a little bit of anxiety about whether we would find a gas station before one of us ran out of gas, but we did just in time find a gas station. It was in New Mexico, of course, but a little gas station, and there wasn't, like, the gas station before that was closed, which was several miles up the road. So we got excited when we were able to stop and get some gas. We carried a gas can on this trip, but we just didn't have it with us on our ride that day. But it was a great ride, and I hope you enjoy it, and hope you enjoy the scenery. I wish we would have been able to do some vlogging, with my Cena backpack, but it just didn't work out. Just too many electronics going at the same time, and I don't know why it wouldn't sync with my helmet or my headset, but that's why I'm doing this voiceover. And I appreciate you watching, and I'll let you check it out, and I recommend it. I recommend the ride. So thanks a lot. See you later. Bye.